Siphon and Iceberg continues to go to work at Koikba. Is Zinner jungling? Yep. Dies. Did he buy something on the courier? No, I think he lost a lot of gold there. Unless he had something in his stash. Koikba avoids, I think, some of that Crypt Swarm damage. Iceberg, he's got another Spirit Siphon, which gives him the first blood. That is easy. Now the rotation from Sin will get there. The Sunray, and he's in trouble. Iceberg is going to try to juke and jive and try to follow up for him. And not to mention 700 gold for Iceberg. But that first blood really helps him out a lot. I know he wasn't at the creep wave for the rest of the experience, and I'll hold that thought. Infernal Blade and consider it. He's in trouble. Time walk into a bash. Now that you use the stacks on the Goblock, he's in trouble. There's going to be the Ether Shock to grab the kill, but here's Ghostic. They get off the goes back. They want Yapster, but Ghostic's taking too much damage. Thunderstruck will come out, but Funnick's actually getting chopped down. Good dash. There's the Druid Call. They'll turn this into a double kill for Yapsor and get the third one for Era's Lycan. So actually keep back home. Down bottom of the fight happening to break down. Era actually might make it away. The Infernal Blade will not take on the Sunray heal. Actually keeps him alive. I think he might have taken down with that Infernal Blade had the Sunray not been there. And so Synderen helping out his squad, and Goblock is not able to get that kill. But level 6 he would have gotten it done. But Koikba, Phase Shift Jaunt won't be there in time. They had the glimpse back there. The kinetic field came in. He's already up to 800 gold plus his arcane boots, maybe going Aether ones. But here comes Goblock with an Invis rune. That's an Infernal Blade probably. He gets just enough damage, or excuse me, mana from that stick charge. Sunray will try to keep him alive. It's close to doing so, but even after the Chronosphere is done, there's nothing he can do against a 2v1 engagement. And Synderen has to Icarus dive away, but Goblock knows this, and he's actually going to try to chase after him. But here comes Avost. Avost is probably going to be able to bring Sin down. Look at the medallion. 2 hits. Almost took 1. And Avost rotates early to get killed and defend this. And they get another TP coming in. It's Ghostic. He doesn't have the Chronosphere for 25 seconds. They take the tower. No deny coming out. Good Savage run to go black. They were looking for an Infernal Blade. They can't find it, though. They're chasing, however, after Era. He doesn't have his ultimate. They do drop down the Serpent Wards. They blow up Iceberg immediately. The great Ether Shock, and Yapster finds himself another one. Now the Shackle on to go black. They've lost to both Koikba as well as Era, but it's going to be a 2-for-2 exchange. Another Ether Shock. Synderen will go down, it looks like. I think it came to go black, and probably Ghostic coming to work. Now he's going to be able to fight a Chronosphere. Yapster gets bashed up twice, and that's Ghostic getting himself 4 kills across the border. Probably should just TP out. Kinetic field not there. They don't get vision. They will find it, but the glimpse now with the vision coming out from Avost. There's the Thunderstrike. Good Savage Roar. He's going to try to TP out. Doom not available. They need an Infernal Blade, and they get it just in time. Kizu, it took a little bit longer than expected. His TP was not successful. Iceberg now, and they can do it, but they probably want Kizu instead. Chrono. Yeah, there it is. He gets both the Bear as well as the Lone Druid himself. The Static Storm. Medallion is up, and we'll see you later, Kizu. Ghostic will time walk pretty much all of that tower damage. They get the tower. They're looking for Sin. Do they need a glimpse back? And they're not going to find it in time. Oh, if they do, just kidding. Synderen, no Icarus dive. Thunderstruck will go. Ghostic will be able to get a bash, maybe. They just get the Crypt Storm to get the kill with Iceberg. And they get the tower, but they lose. No Diggity. No Super Wards for 39 seconds. Synderen does not have his Supernova for the 34 seconds. You do have Dreamflow, but it's level 1. Man, Koikba is just, for whoever, really hard to lock down Ghostic. Iceberg in trouble. He does have the Aegis. Shackles are going to go Chrono. It's going to hit onto 4. Era the only one. Koikba caught it. Yapsor getting taken down. Another bash coming through. Ghostic wants his kill. Now the Static Storm. It's on to 3. Yapsor again comes back in. And it looks like he does get the static or the Serpent Ward down, but it's a 1-point exchange so far. Iceberg, he doesn't have his ultimate for a while, but the Spirit Siphon, and here comes the Clinkz with Death Slider. Kizu is done. Go black. He's already used his Doom. Air will try to go to town, but Avost, and meanwhile, Air's shapeshift ends. They can just bring him down now. The Yules is up, and Avost will go to work with the Searing Arrows. They're looking for more. Air will fall. One left, it's going to be Koikba. He will get the kill to go black before heading got out, but it's not a great fight for no Diggity. I don't even know.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Could be kind of close. Comes back. They're going to find a Static Storm into Synderen. No Supernova for you, not to mention Ghostic. He's got his Chronosphere up in 14 seconds. Spirit Siphon, the Bear is going to get brought down. Kizu has a resummon. No, not for 66 seconds. Meanwhile, Air. Here, look at this spike. Quick Dream Pull. Silence down to 3. They get the Crimson going up to the Supernova. The Serpent Wards, and Avost is actually in trouble. The Doom will come out of the Yaptor, but it's too late. Avost is already running out. The Sentry's there. Meanwhile, go black. The Chrono is up, and it'll actually keep him alive. They'll lose Yaptor, but that's it so far. Iceberg and Koikba going toe-to-toe. Since ult is now done, gets bashed up by Ghostic. They actually get a dominating spree for Iceberg getting that kill. Soul Booster is up, looking for that Octarine Core, and he's going to find Arrow momentarily. The Yules will come out, the Silence will come next. And there is going to be the Strafe. Desolator damage, Ghost Stick on top of it with his right clicks, and Air does not stand a chance. Dead for 4 back towards Ben, plus this tier 2 tower. Fire Spirits, Sin will jump in, Supernova on top, Dreamcoil on to 2. Good initiation so far. They get the Crimson Guard off. There's the Static Storm, and Quick was caught with it, but where's Sabosa? He's not here. He's actually on the other side getting caught. He's going to have the Skeleton walk away. Do they have detection? They have no detection, and meanwhile, Iceberg is taking one down. His spirits are gone. The Exorcism is gone, and Goblik has been ensnared up. Now Air, the Chronosphere comes out from Ghost Stick. Not really doing any damage. You can't quite get to him in time, actually. Bo's still getting chased down back towards Era. They actually lose one here when it's Phonic, but Era is still with no shapeshift. Ghost Stick, he's got no time walk, so he's just chasing after him manually. The Strafe comes out. There's the Solar Crest. Crypt Swarm doesn't hit. They did one more right click and they'll find it. It's Ghost Stick who gets a bash for good measure at the tail end of the fight and the engagement. And gonna smoke up and try to find an engagement here, but by the time they get over to Roche, it's dead. My God, Solar Crest plus Exorcism and Desolator. That thing literally died in 5 to 6 seconds. They pick up the Aegis for Infernal Blade, that Necro Archer. Boom! Kinetic Field, Silence onto Cinderin. He's maybe in a bad position. Strafe goes, Sin's gonna fall down. The boat's gonna bring him down with the Yaps are getting doomed up. They walk way too far outside of base. No Diggity. They thought they could fight into this. Havos even gets off a death pack to stay alive. Meanwhile, they do take down Phonic. Goblik and Air are going toe-to-toe. Infernal Blade is winning right now. He's actually got 2 hits off. Now there's going to be another Solar Crest at Havos. Will man fight the Lycan. Get himself a triple kill. Now with, of course, Koikba chasing after him. He might actually get this kill. Waiting finally finds the kill for Koikba. Puts him up to 3k. On the other side, Kizu's been caught in a very bad spot. Cinda's bought back, I believe, and Iceberg will grab himself yet another kill. A bash for Ghost Stick yet again. 4 dead. A Team Spirit rolling over. No Diggity in this last team. Pretty good fight for Team Spirit. This will allow them to get the tier 3 tower. And probably the Rax too, because there's no glitch. Exorcism's back up. Hits that R button. Boom. Yasuo has a point initiation in 8 seconds, but I mean, he probably just to watch as his melee Rax is going to fall. Lose your orb coming in, he's not going to use it. Oh, he's going to jump through them, blink out immediately. That's the dangerous path, I think. You just blink and then you lose your orb out. No, it's really not any safe way to do this. You're quite fun. Especially against the silence from Iceberg. They'll take down the melee Rax in the mid lane. They're going to go for the melee Rax down bottom, and I've seen this movie before. However, they're going to jump in, shackle up, for some of the Aegis. Infernal Blade's about to come up, and they even Hex Goblik just to make sure he can't get any further. Supernova is available for Cinderin. Silence up on Koikba. They're going to get a kinetic kill, and the Yapster Static Storm will provide the kill for them more than likely. In fact, Iceberg will get it done with the Crypt Storm. They'll turn this into a Dreamfall onto 2. Phonic gets destroyed by the Necro Savager. They'll take down the Aegis. Taken even as well with Koikba. Supernova on top for Iceberg. He can use himself. He might have to. They're chasing him down. This might be a pretty big kill coming out. Ghost is coming in to help out his squad. Ghost Stick, he's got Chronosphere. Counter initiate, but Koikba on the tail end of the Chrono doesn't get caught by it. Cinderin. They Solar Crest him up, or actually Medallion him from Kizu to, or excuse me, Air to keep him alive. Good time walk down to the low ground. Ghost. And Goblik does have his pipe, which I don't think we saw last fight. So really, they just need to, oh, that's Dreamcoil, but Phonic is going to Glimmer Cape. They drop the Sentry, and they know that he's in there. Kinetic Field will come out. Static Storm's going to come. Koikba, Yapzor. Veil will come out onto Phonic. Comes back. That'll be onto, I think, the Yapzor, but it's just not enough. They get the kill, but here comes Goblik. They're going to try to fight this. There's the Invis when Kizu was farming that. So this was maybe a bit of a sloppy smoke, but they do have the Wolves to scout the fact that Goblik is here. Yapzor's going to jump in with a Hex. Avos is ready to fight. He's going to pop the game with Yapzor. They get off the Chronosphere. They get Kizu caught into it, as well as the Serpent Ward. Air is able to right-click Avos from outside the Chrono, but still gets bashed up. Serpent Ward trap onto Avos. He's actually in trouble. Doom comes out into Era. He's actually maybe in trouble, but they will take down Avos. First and foremost, now coming in from the backside. Air is going to get caught with the Diffusal Blade. Ghost Stick will take him down. Iceberg will turn his attention to the rest of the fight with his Exorcism. Silence is up there. Looking for the Spirit Siphon on Kizu. He'll find it. He got his Yule Scepters if necessary. He's going to use that on the bears, so the Savage Roar doesn't go. TP's going to come out, but there's the Infernal Blade, and Kizu will fall as well. Down for 69 seconds. A good ward trap coming out from the Yapzor, but it's just not. I think you just tank that damage. You let Goblik take the damage. That's got to be annoying. Strength Hero. Say goodbye to all your health. Silence is going to come out on Sin. He's going to get patched up again for a hit, then Inferno Blade. He does get the deny. Nicely done, Sin. Impressive. Bad. Havos pops the Strafe. Goes to work at the tower. Watch how fast this thing falls. With no Cinder and Supernova for 20 seconds, it's not great. No Serpent Wars. They're going to drop down the Chronosphere to Yapzor. Meanwhile, Dreamcoil will go on to the rest of the heroes on Team Spirit. But Yapzor is dead for 45 with no buyback. Koikba and Arrow, they're pushed onto the backside of the map. Or at least despite, and Kinetic Field keeps him out. Kizu's gonna get chased down. The Bear is trying to do its damnedest against the Most. The Exorcism is back up online, ready to go, and it looks like this full set of racks will fall. Meanwhile, Koifa and Funnick are trying to go toe-to-toe, and that is it. GG is called. Team Spirit will take the series 2-0. Pretty close fashion, all things considered. First game, definitely close. Second game, not so much. Team Spirit, they had an idea of what they wanted to accomplish, and, well, it did really well in every lane, honestly. Funnick had some really good static storms. They had some good team fight ultis. It really just came down to some really good initiations that Havos, you know, they could have killed him 2 or 3 more times if they had detection or if they were just prepared for a Clinkz from the get-go, but it felt like no Diggity weren't really ready for it, in all honesty. So that was a lot of fun.